So hey guys, I'm just gonna start a new channel. I don't really know what to say, but basically just gonna talk some random things that come up in my head and try to post them and inspire you guys and give me some topics to talk about, give me ideas, give me things that worry you in life, give me whatever you want, basically anything you want me to give an opinion or help you out with. And yeah, today I got really inspired by my teacher, and he pulled out a jar with golf balls and he asked me, is the jar full? I'm like, no. And he's like, okay. So he started putting in pebbles into it. He's like, is the jar full now? It looked pretty full, but basically, like he said, it's never full. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's gonna get full eventually, right? And he was like, no, there's always gonna be space for something. So the next thing he did, he opened the jar back up and he put more pebbles into it while shaking it gently. And basically what happened is he fit in a couple more pebbles. Then he asked me again, is the jar full? And I'm like, I guess, yeah. And he's like, no, not yet. Right? He pulled out a bag of sand, filled up the sand, filled up all the little cracks. And he asked me again, is the jar full? I kind of started to catch on what's happening here. So I was like, no, definitely not. And then he was like, that's right. He filled up a little bit more sand, and then he was like, is it full now? And I'm like, yes, because he could not pack any more sand into it. So he's like, no, that's not right. Then he pulled out a cup of coffee. Actually, it was 2 cups of coffee. And he gave one to me, and the other cup he took and poured into the jar with everything in it. And he was like, is it full now? I'm like, yes. And he said, yes, it is. And then after he told me that the whole point of this experiment was to prove that no matter how tough you think your life is and how much stuff is going on in your life, you will always have enough time to fit in more things that are more important. And there's always going to be a time for a cup of coffee. And that made me laugh quite a bit. But also, to fit in more things into your day, you should start off by the big things and then go to smaller and smaller, because the smaller things will fill up the cracks during your day that have not been filled in by the big things. So for example, you put in the golf balls, there's a bunch of different spaces between them. You put in the pebbles, there's less space, but still it wasn't full. You put in the sand, it was less space, but like it still wasn't that full. And then when he put in the coffee, it just made sense, and like it filled up basically everything. But you can still fill more things in, but that's the whole point of the experiment. It actually made me think how like people always say like they're always busy, and like one of my great friends, I've just been really busy, well, I guess not. And I just didn't have enough time to talk to him because I was really tired coming home after work, just having a little bit of a tough time. But he sent me a post. I'll actually pull it up right now and read it out to you. He sent me a post saying, some talk to you in their free time and some free their time to talk to you. Learn the difference. Great post. Amazing. Let's see if it focuses. I guess my camera does not want to focus. There we go. Great. Amazing post. Again, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make some time for you, man. You're a great friend. And, yeah. Always know that there will always be time for anything. Doesn't matter how big the thing is, how small it is. Just make sure you listen from big to small. What's more important to you and what's least important. And everything is just gonna work out. Anyways guys, have a great day and send me some topics and subscribe and like my video.